5 easy tricks to stay calm in a stressful situation. Being able to keep level-headed in a stressful situation is an incredibly powerful gift. This is what will allow you to best deal with the situation, and it is what will help you to rise to a position of leadership within any given group. The only problem? We are biologically hardwired in a way that makes this very difficult. Our bodies react to stressful situations by releasing hormones and neurotransmitters designed to get our hearts racing and our blood pumping. This makes it very hard indeed for us to remain calm. Here are 5 things you can do to overcome that urge. Detach yourself. One great way to remain calm and to make sure you act sensibly is to try and detach yourself from the situation. By this, I mean that you effectively remove your personal stake in the situation by asking not what you should do, but what a person should do. Try to judge the situation objectively and in a removed manner. Breathe. Breathing more deeply and more slowly will bring into action your rest and digest state through the parasympathetic nervous system, and it will counteract some of the physiological changes going on in your body right now. Ask yourself the best scenario. Having a clear goal can often help you in a high-stress situation. Instead of floundering, first, task yourself with asking what the best outcome you could achieve is. Then, take steps to help yourself get to that point. Accept failure. Another thing to do is to accept the possibility of failure and be okay with it. Be okay with being hurt, with making matters worse, or with being shouted at. Very often in a stressful situation, we find ourselves so worried about potentially making matters worse or making ourselves responsible that we end up frozen in indecision. Pick a decision and act on it. So, with that in mind, the final thing to do is simply to take these matters into your own hands. That means acting on whatever it is you have decided to do, and it means not spending any more time considering the possibilities. Our anxiety actually comes from picturing events and specifically picturing the worst-case scenarios. As far as our biology is concerned, this makes it as though the worst-case scenarios were happening. So, instead of thinking, just act. 5 style tips that will boost your confidence. The way you look and the way you dress can make a huge impact on the way that you come across and the way that you feel. We judge books by their covers all the time, even though we know better, and first impressions are terribly hard to shake. But it goes deeper than that and becomes a matter of self-fulfilling prophecies. If you feel good about what you wear, and if you think you look good, then you will walk taller, speak louder, and generally present yourself in a manner that makes you more impressive. And that changes the way that others react to you and the confidence they put in you. This in turn makes you feel even better about yourself. So it's what you call a virtuous cycle, where one positive change to your outfit can result in a cascade of changes to massively impact how you act and feel. Here are 5 tips to set you on your way. Get a good haircut. And go regularly. This can make a massive difference to your overall appearance. Having long hair with split ends or hair that's just too overgrown to style properly just makes you look a little messy and as though you rushed out of bed. Not a good look. Wear good shoes. Get a good pair of shoes and a good bed, because if you're not in one, you're in the other. Many people judge others on the basis of their shoes, and this is something we wear nearly every day. Invest some more money here than you do elsewhere in your wardrobe. Wear something loud. Guys, every now and then it's a good idea to wear something a little louder, whether that means a white suit or a bright shirt. It says you're confident and not afraid to be the center of attention. And women, try wearing a little red lipstick or some big heels. Again, loud choices make you appear proud of your new look. Fewer, nicer items. It's far better to have a few high-quality items than lots of low-quality ones. People can see the difference. Be comfy. But finally, make sure you're also comfortable in what you wear. If you wear uncomfortable clothes, then it will play on the back of your mind and it will interfere with your performance. 5 ways life is better when you feel more confident. Self-confidence eludes many people, and that's a terrible shame considering just how crucial it is to our success and our happiness. Once you start believing in yourself, so too do other people. And when that happens, doors start opening and opportunities begin to present themselves to you. With that in mind, let's take a look at some of the ways that life gets much better once you have rock-solid confidence in yourself. 1. Dating. This is obvious, but being more confident in who you are makes you considerably more successful in dating. Confidence sends a social signal that a person is a good potential mate, and this in turn makes that person far more attractive. The assumption is that they must have something to offer, whether that's resources or just genetic material. This is an unconscious process, of course, but it makes a huge impact in terms of your dateability. And yes, that is a word. 2. Appearance. Believe it or not, being more confident makes you physically more attractive. This happens in countless subtle ways as you take on a more confident body language and as you start to dress in a more confident way too. 3. Career. Confidence gives you the gumption you need to put yourself forward for things, to take risks, and to speak up. It also gives others confidence in you, which can result in them investing in you more. The result is that you more quickly climb the corporate ladder and become more successful in your own ventures too. 4. Health. Being more confident makes you considerably more happy. When you like yourself, you become happier with your own company. You go easier on yourself and you have less to worry about. All this has an additional knock-on effect on your health. Less stress and anxiety and less depression all help to increase your immune function and to reduce your likelihood of becoming ill or even injuring yourself. 5. Relationships. Your dating life will start going better when you're more confident, not to mention your sex life. But so too will your relationships elsewhere. Being more confident means you'll be less clingy and less defensive, which makes it easier to make friends. It also means you'll be more assertive, meaning others are less likely to try and take advantage of you. And it will make you a more effective leader too. Confident body language for anyone. Did you know it's often said that 93% of communication is non-verbal? That is to say, a lot of our meaning and our mood is conveyed through means other than the words we choose. And vocabulary, phrasing and literal meaning only accounts for 7% of the ideas and emotions we convey through our language. The rest? Well, that comes down to 55% body language and 38% tone of voice. In this presentation, we'll learn how to take care of that 55%. The basics. Body language is something that we all use unconsciously. Many of us will move our hands in a certain way, make particular gesticulations and position ourselves and stand in particular ways too. All of this conveys something about how we feel and what we want to say. And this may or may not be congruent with the actual words coming out from our mouths. Of course, if the body language we're giving off says one thing and the words we're saying mean something else, then this calls into doubt our reliability and our truthfulness. For instance, if you're trying to put on a tough show but you're speaking in a nervous, shaky voice, then you'll come across as highly unconscious. Likewise, if you speak confidently but your body language is bad, that will give away the game. What makes for confident body language? A number of things we can do with our bodies will make us appear confident or otherwise. On the whole, for instance, it's generally agreed that taking up more space makes us seem more confident. Likewise, so does exposing your most vulnerable areas. Leaning on something or touching something makes you seem possessive of that item. So if you're leaning nonchalantly in a doorway or you're slumped over a sofa with your legs apart, then these things will make you appear more confident. Conversely, if you put up a guard by crossing your arms, if you look downward, and if you bring your knees together, this makes you look vulnerable and shy. Do keep in mind that body language is best read in clusters. Certain things make you seem more or less confident, but there are other factors that might be at play. For instance, if your arms are crossed, then this might simply be because you're cold. It's about the big picture and what all that information says collectively about you.